It's nice to see you in attendance.
Likewise, yeah. Yeah, only a handful of games left.
Is that it?
I think so. We have to, the Nationals, we have to try to win this and second half we need to try to I mean, maybe this we just should not, we cannot get blown out.
It's way right because goal differential is part of it.
I think second half is important too.
Yes.
They rank 10.
Very. I don't know.
Yeah.
Number 22, Kenneth Macy.
Stay tuned.
It's gonna start later.
Which means it's going
Number 29, Nick D'Alessandro.
Randy.
We're like 15 minutes from here.
Our chicken cutlets were good.
Number 91, Mike D'Alessandro. And number 81, Ian Rivers.
Brandon.
Thank you again to all our seniors and their families.
Coming to you live from the Iceworks in Syosset. You're listening to Farmingdale State Ram Hockey on LI Sports Network. Welcome in live from Iceworks in Syosset. You're listening to the LI Sports Network's coverage of Farmingdale State Ram Hockey D3 action. ACHA, Farmingdale taking on Fordham. Battle of the Rams, as both of these teams will go by the Rams tonight. So be sure to specify a lot. Get ready for a lot of Fordham and a lot of Farmingdale as opposed to the Rams in terms of team nicknames. Senior night being celebrated for the Farmingdale M3 squad. Those seniors being Kevin Manzi, Nick D'Alessandro, Ian Riberich, and Mike D'Alessandro. Each of these players have played at least 84 games with Farmingdale in their careers. And a bunch littering through the starting lineup tonight as we're just about set for puck drop between the Rams and the Rams, also known as Farmingdale versus Fordham. A battle atop the Empire Division. Could be an Empire Finals preview tonight on one of the last games of the regular season. Manzi keeps it at the near point. Tom Forty on that starting roster or lineup, as well as Riberich, who gets thrown to the ice but able to keep the puck moving in behind. That starting netminder, Gertz for Fordham. And Gertz has been excellent this year. 9-3 record, 923 save percentage. Fordham themselves have had a very successful season as the puck is carried ahead by their captain. Only as far that is Carmine Patelli. 41 points in 18 games played for Patelli. He has been sensational for Fordham. So that's backhanded in the zone by Declan Pierce. Fordham looking to get a forecheck going. To the point, a shot through traffic turned away by Tercey. PJ Tercey getting the start in net for Farmingdale tonight. 903 save percentage for Tercey this season. As rushing into the zone is Castellano. Castellano playing it in behind, looking to generate a forecheck. On back for Grillo. Jaden Grillo keeps it at the near point. Quickly thrown right back out by Kohler. Kohler part of that big three in terms of point scoring up front for Fordham. Kohler 24 points. Anthony Cope 35. And I mentioned Patelli's 41 points already. Great step up here from Grillo. Takes it away for Farmingdale. Rims around where it can be controlled on further by Piotr Kasat. And offsides against Farmingdale. Beautiful jersey matchup tonight with Fordham repping their away jerseys, the solid maroon. Guess you would call it maroon. Would you call that maroon, Wally? Yeah, Wally agrees. Oh, agreement of a shrug. Glove down by Manzi in the neutral zone. He'll backhand right back in for Farmingdale, wearing their mostly green, white striped jerseys. I think they're quite beautiful. Rushing on in Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi shoots and scores! Luke Ferrazzi! 1-0 Farmingdale. And oh boy, that's not that's not a celebration. That's something else. Wally, I really thought that was just a very passionate celebration. It was a very passionate tussle after the Rams open the scoring and lead it 1-0. The goal, it will absolutely count as Ferrazzi potting his 14th of the year. See him just barge through into the offensive zone. Uses the speed and then the quick shot between the legs. How do you do? And then, uh-oh. Some penalties to come after the fact as the distaste, the dislike, the displeasure of these two teams seeing one another comes out early in the first period. Just 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. They'll take one from each side. And we're not going to remain five-a-side. It'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. They got to get that up on the board. There it is. So in the box for Farmingdale is Manzi. And in the box for Fordham, that is number 6, Callum Haslam. Farmingdale immediately jumping into the zone. Play it back to the point. Settled by Elena. Quickly fed to Tom Forty. Tom Forty couldn't get a shot off. Now Malandrukalo regroups at the near point. Takes a shot low, deflected. Glove save made. Gertz with the stop. Seemingly unfazed by allowing the early goal. Again, we're going to highlight some of the seniors tonight, in particular for Farmingdale. I mentioned they all played over at least 84 games with the club. The most of those are by the man in the box, Kevin Manzi. 102 games played for Manzi, 54 points in those over 100 games is quick whistle right off the draw. do it again to the right of Gertz. And icing called against Fordham as we creep just past 3 minutes here, gone by in the first period. Quick start for the Rams. Farazi unassisted, putting Farmingdale ahead 1-0. Man, they both have to be called the Rams. All right, you know what? Maroon Rams, Green Rams. That's what we're doing. Green Rams got it and played ahead. That's Farmingdale. Pushing it though. Castellano on the forecheck. Takes the puck away. Going to work on Saropoulos to the back of the shot. The leg blocked in front by Patelli. Gonna roll right back in. That's a penalty. Farmingdale will go to a 4-on-3 power play for 43 seconds. Off to the box, Christian Saropoulos. It's a big opportunity early in this game for Farmingdale to double their lead, really take command of the game early. To take the all-important face-off is Watica. To the blue line. Lena walks, passes. Farazi settles. Farazi, nice feed toward the front of the net for Pace. Back around for Lena. Farazi, already a goal tonight. Pace again, great look. No shot came. Lena the drive, fought off by Gertz. Farazi around for Pace. Donnie Pace. To Farazi, settles, shoots through the leg, safe, rebound, loose, wouldn't go. Lena recoups. Player from each team about to come out of the boxes. Farazi drove it, blocked. Pace to Farazi, 5-on-4 shot off the shoulder of Gertz, gathered and cleared by Fordham, way out of his net. Tercy, holy aggressiveness. Ahead for Farazi. Getting knocked down as he went into the zone was Watica. It slipped back into neutral ice. So 52 more seconds here of a 5-on-4 power play for Farmingdale. So they bring it in. Good look for Lavoie. Save. Rebound. Out of midair. Wide. Chance for Farazi. Save, still loose, Farazi, blocked. Oh my goodness, saved a goal. They recoup. Farmingdale. Full zone pressure. Luke Farazi brings it around. Farazi. Shot, scores, Lavoie. And that's a Rams power play goal. 2-0 Farmingdale. Second point of the night for Luke Farazi. See, he brings it around despite being harassed on the play by Sev Concepcion. Plays it to Lavoie. What a rip. Noah Lavoie. Two nothing Farmingdale. Quick stoppage. Noah Lavoie came into tonight as Farmingdale's leading goal scorer. Adds another tally to his exceptional play this season. Offensive zone draw, Fordham, shot blocked. Farmingdale looking to roll right back out. 2-on-2 from the red line in. Insana trying to get it past Fordham defenseman Sebastian Politano. Now battling the near boards. Tom Forty digs it out for Malandrucolo. Down the near boards. Flipped and out of the zone. Looking to pick it up is Hamas. And is George Camus. Again, Lavoie, 18th of the year. Most on Farmingdale. We're going to have a penalty here. .43 left. First period. There was a change happening for Farmingdale. They touched the puck. Are they going to get called for too many? I believe they are. They only have 4 skaters on the ice. No one in the box. No power play up on the board just yet. But as I mentioned, only 4 Rams on the ice. And ultimately going in the box, Alex Goodnow. So power play for Fordham. Their first tonight. The Fordham power play, 12.82% this season. It's been a weakness for Fordham up against a Ram penalty kill, currently clicking at a 77% clip. Face off to the left of PJ Terces. Had a relatively easy night tonight. Thus far, will likely be tested on this power play. Good puck movement, fanning on the shot in the slot was Kohler, and the Rams clear. The Farmingdale Green Rams. Kohler trying to play it on in the neutral ice, and Manzi, the assistant captain, plays it right back into the Fordham end. Settling it down, marching ahead, Carmine Patelli. And now he's got it over for Culp. Anthony Culp, nice move. Culp back to the forehand. Checked beautifully. Great defense. Provided by Malandrucolo to the line. And Farmingdale clear. Fordham bring it ahead with Callum Haslam. Haslam, far boards. Down and around Tercey, out in front, just missed his target in Bobby Rotondo. Back on for Patelli. Wheels in, Patelli on the forehand. He's so dangerous, sharp angle shot denied by Tercey. And now Farmingdale have a 2-on-2 shorthanded shot. Stick save made by Gert. And Daniel Gertz came into tonight with some excellent numbers. 9-3 record, .923 save percentage. Rams got 2 by him early. Lana to the boards, and Tom Forty sends it back into neutral ice. A textbook penalty kill for the Rams. They're 1 for 1 this evening. No real dangerous chances afforded to Fordham on that power play. Backhanded to the neutral zone, a good stick provided that time by Matteo Puglisi. Farmingdale getting right back in anyway. Shot toward the net. Stick save made. Rebound hopped in the air, and looks like another penalty. As I heard 2 minutes tripping. Perhaps that was not an official, I heard, but a coach pointing out a potential trip. 11:13 left first period. 2-zip Farmingdale. They try to dump in. Instead, it's right back out the other way. Tommy Messina. Good recovery defensively made by Farmingdale. And Noah Lavoie getting back defensively. Banked ahead for Manzi. Manzi is in. Manzi shot it over the net. Great opportunity for the senior defenseman as he snuck behind the Fordham defense. Nonetheless, brought ahead by Seropoulos. And now for Messina. Messina, cross-ice pass, unable to be handled by Luke Lowe. Back down and around. Battle in the near boards. Dug free by the Rams. And flipped out of play by Farmingdale. And Farmingdale coming off a 7-3 loss to Fairfield, 14-8 on the season. Fordham 14-4, second in the Empire, largely due to not having played as many games as Farmingdale. Coming off a 6-3 win against Delaware, 8-2 in their last 10. Red hot have been the Fordham Rams. But couldn't have had much cooler of a start here tonight. Finding themselves down by 2 to Farmingdale. Ferrazzi unassisted. Lavoie from Ferrazzi on the power play. Fordham send in. Quick work to get it to the line. Intercepted. Good play made by Bryce Vital. Wadika checked into the boards as the Rams of Farmingdale try to clear. Flown across the slot area and unable to clear Donnie Pace for the moment. He's helped out, however, by his defenseman Malandrukalo. And now Pace off the ricochet, carrying in Pace to the backhand. Good pass, great shot, save made on Wadika by Gertz. Back down defensively here for Haslam. And Haslam able to work it ahead to his winger, Lucas Scarietta. Play blown dead. Face-off coming to the right of Tercey. And the top unit back out for Fordham for the offensive zone draw. Patelli trying to win it to Colt. Patelli wheeling. Patelli forehand. Taking a trip around the net. Centered one out in front. Couldn't connect. So he was trying to get it to Colt. Farmingdale breakout. Jake Paul high. Flip stays in play. Tom Forty on the forecheck. Camus. Stick lifted. Backed up by Paul. Paul at the far point looking for the puck. Was in his skates and now it's on the sticks of the Fordham Rams. They bring it in. Patelli. Sharp angle try. Went over the top of Tercey. Might have gotten a piece of it. Quick work back to Patelli. Shot. Backdoor! Did it go in? It did not go in! Wow! Official waved it off. Here's another look. Yeah, off the post. No goal. No goal. Wow, I too thought, I'm talking to some fans in front of me, I thought it went in too. Right off the near post. Patelli line stays out for Fordham. They bring it to Anthony Colt. Rams collect on the far corner. A little bank towards center. Too much juice on it. Icing against Farmingdale. So some time back on the clock. 8:20 left here, first period. With the Rams of Farmingdale leading the Rams of Fordham. Face off to the left of Tercey. One in the defensive end by Farmingdale. Good play in neutral ice. Good step up Declan Pierce. Dumps it right back in. Manzi trying to play it around for Malandrukalo. Good forecheck. Patelli broke it up. Got it back to the point for a shot in front. Denied by Tercey. Great play by Patelli to get it back to his defenseman, Christian Saropoulos. Saropoulos, 2 goals on the season. Hunting for perhaps his 3rd, if not an assist. PJ Tercey had other plans. Face off to the right of the aforementioned Farmingdale netminder. Lena pitches it around for his defensive partner in Jaden Grillo. Grillo trying to outlet in the middle of the ice there for Luke Lafata. Haven't seen much from this unit for Farmingdale, one of their usual top units of Lavoie, Lafata. Here's Lavoie, already a goal tonight. Had room, short side, missed it high. Rolls on back for Saropoulos. Off the boards, held in. Good keep by Grillo. Keeps it alive for Pace. Or pardon me, Castellano. Fordham breakout. Good step up, however, to reject it by Lena. Lena quickly ahead. Castellano 3-on-2 here for the Rams. Lafata one-timer blocked. Oh, what a fearless block. Christian Saropoulos will feel that one tomorrow, but will feel his teammates tapping him on the back on the bench now. Lavoie, great back check, took the puck away. Noah Lavoie speeding into the zone, left wing side. Drop pass for Grillo. Grillo's pass deflects into the netting out of play. And now heading over to the bench for what I would assume is some appreciation is defenseman Christian Saropoulos. Face off to the right of Gertz. Ferrazzi won it back. Pace. That's a pass to the front of the net. Knocked away. Ferrazzi fires it around. Pinned against the far boards. Right back down for Ferrazzi. Loose puck out in front. High flip. Dodged the beams here at Iceworks in Syosset. Wadika keeping the forecheck alive for the moment for Farmingdale, but Fordham will spear it ahead. With about 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the second shot wide. Picked up on the carom. They'll play it back to the point here for Vitale. Vitale right back down low. Manzi collects for Farmingdale. Manzi, nice move in behind the net. Frees up space for him to flip ahead. Got knocked down, unfortunately, in the linesman's skates, but no harm, no foul here for Farmingdale. They're right back into the zone. Ferrazzi looking over his options to the front of the net. Great timing play as he was trying to hit Wadika. Just missed on the deflection, the redirect in front there, Tyler Wadika. Wadika this year, 10 goals, 5 assists, 15 points. Is that shot off the right pad of Tercey. Tom Forty trying to play it ahead for senior Ian Riberich. Riberich lost his footing on his way in, popped right back up to keep the forecheck alive. Grillo looking for a deflection in front. Sniffing it right out was Patelli. Patelli rifling it ahead. Gets the return pass. Patelli a drive. Tercey says no. Oh, PJ Tercey. Another denial of the leading scorer for Fordham, Carmine Patelli. A nice little give and go play using the speed of Fordham's top unit. Backing up the Farmingdale defense and creating that look. Tercey quickly to the top of his crease to cut down the angle. Makes another save off the faceoff. 4:55 left first period. You're listening to Farmingdale State Rams hockey on LI Sports Network. I'm Ryan Brannigan, joined alongside cameraman Wally Mitchell. I'm not sure if I got that in the to this point in the contest. And be sure to follow us on social media at LI Sports Network. Cross corner dump here for Fordham. Lena, great stick lift, gains possession. Backhanded on by Riberich, who was trying to get it to Insana. He went down. A little shimmy shake in the neutral zone. Nice little play here from Haslam. Farmingdale, though, have been excellent on their breakouts tonight. 2-on-1 developing. Tom Forty, a rip, just missed wide. Held in by Manzi. Tom Forty, we're going to get back to it. Previously of Connecticut Sayville in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, which their varsity season drawing to a close soon. Game 2 between the Friars and Bulls will be on Monday. Backhanded toward the front of the net. Nice stick from Tom Forty. And he gets it to Riberich. Riberich, high flip toward Gertz, who watches it go by him wide. 3:50 to go first period. Great forecheck. Rams get the turnover in the shot. Denied by Gertz. I believe that was Castellano on that chance. It was. Grillo intercepted. Great read on that play by Kohler. And a rare defensive giveaway for Farmingdale. And it results here in this icing by Farmingdale State Rams. Again, the battle between the first and second place teams in the Empire Conference, as Wally does his best to dodge the fans' noggins in front of us. They did say I do a great job, as blockered into the air, gloved on the side of the net, looking like an outfielder. Making the catch there is PJ Tercey. So yeah, they get a pass. That, I guess they're all right. They said I'm a great announcer earlier. And Wally's a great cameraman. He really is. He's given an extra challenge tonight as it goes off the skates of Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi trying to wheel right back in, putting a lot of pressure on defenseman Declan Pierce. Pierce did get the best of him and plays it ahead to Messina. Messina across here for Rotondo, and centering pass that didn't find anyone in particular. Battle in the near corner. Worked itself free. Wraparound try. Tercey having none of it. Covers up the puck for the offensive zone draw here for Fordham. And we're nearly through 18 minutes here in this first period. And Farmingdale got things going early. Things have sort of felt themselves out after that. Trading opportunities here and there. Offensive zone draw, playing it around Haslam. Picked up on the far side by Scaretta. Rams clear, that being Farmingdale. Quickly skated ahead by Haslam. Haslam with the wheels. Plays it to a winger. Blocker save made on the shot taken by Scarietta. Tom Forty, 2-on-2. Riberich starting near the net. Tom Forty, nice move to the outside, but great poke check delivered as Bryce Vitale looked like he might have got beat by Tom Forty to recover. Throw one more second on there. Minute 57 to go here in the first. Netting, or rather the net itself got knocked off. They'll drop the puck out of the Fordham zone. LaFada, Lavoie, and Castellano up front for Farmingdale. They get it into the zone, look to retrieve the puck. Fordham, a nice crisp breakout. That pass off the skates of Kitchie, and then a big hit dished out behind the play. Fordham Ram is shaken up. And now up on his skates, Lucas Scaretta. So Scaretta will get checked out by the athletic training staff on the Fordham bench. No, don't appear to be any penalties on Farmingdale as a result of the injury, or is there? Lavoie is standing in front of the Farmingdale penalty box. He will get called for a penalty here. So second power play of the game for Fordham. They're 0 for 1. They win the draw. Try to get it back to the point, and barely able to keep it in. Patelli. He'll get it right back. Carmine rips a shot through traffic, deflected up and over the net. Rams trying to clear. Farmingdale trying to clear. Plugged up the near boards and out of the zone. A good play made by Wadika. Wadika, Malandrukalo, Manzi, and on the forecheck here for the penalty kill is Donnie Pace. Over the line, onside by Kohler. Kohler playing it over to Rotondo. Gets it down and around as we're into the final minute of the first period. Rams of Farmingdale leading the Rams of Fordham 2-0. To the point. Shot through traffic by Kohler, denied by the blocker of Tercy, and ripped down ice by the Rams. Way out to play it, Gertz. And Gertz gets it ahead to his captain, Patelli. Patelli near boards. Playing it around Rotondo. Rotondo out in front, rejected by Wadika. And Tyler Wadika sends it the length. 20 seconds to go, first period. It's not a guarantee you kill the penalty off if you make it out of the first without allowing the goal, but it is very likely. Malandrukalo engaged with Haslam down low. 3-on-2 battle favoring Fordham. Trying to just eat that puck and doing a great job of it was Farmingdale and Malandrukalo. And so we go into the first intermission with the Farmingdale State College Hockey Rams leading Fordham 2-0. Gonna go into the highlights of that first period and follow it up with about a 10-minute break or so. I'll catch you on the other side of that break, but for now, let's go over the highlights of period number 1, and it starts with Farmingdale. And Luke Ferrazzi, loose puck, hunting it down. Speeds in. Little whoop through the legs. 1-0 Farmingdale. Next thing you know, they're on the power play. It's a 5-on-4 after it was a 4-on-3. Loose puck there, blocked in front. What a block made. And that's number 5, Steve Concepcion. Looked like that might have been a pretty important play, but instead Farmingdale getting right back to it and right back to Luke Ferrazzi as he brings the puck around the net on a tee for Lavoie, and Lavoie with an I'm just that guy kind of shot to give the Rams a 2-0 advantage. And then P.J. Tercy would help them keep that 2-0 advantage. Makes this save here. Or rather, that's the one that goes off the post, and way to stay with it. It's so easy that you off the rebound that someone just cleans up that loose puck in front after it looked like it would be a surefire goal. And then obviously it wasn't, went off the post there. And then P.J. Tercy again coming up big, denying Carmine Patelli of his 20th goal of the year. So 2-0 Rams at the end of one. You're listening to Rams hockey on LI Sports Network. Second period getting started in what, Wally? In about 10 minutes? About 10 minutes. So grab a coffee, grab a donut, grab a water. I need a water. I'll go do that. I'll see you then on LI Sports Network.
notice that one. There it is. Where does it go? Goes on that pipe, over there. Probably in that office. This is competing for over three, right? And it's warm in that area. When you come inside, it's just it's like in the street. Well, no, it's warm here around the room. Right, but go outside and back.
Market for it.
No, not the white one. Below.
We were just talking how there's no chairs.
See the two thermostats? Whatever you get chairs.
There are none.
We don't get chairs. Turn that heater on. Turn on the heat. It's over there on the wall. Yeah, right there. There it is. Don't worry, camera's facing the other way. You never know.
You can't touch anything.
We're freezing our ass off.
They yell at us. Well, you are at an ice rink. It's warmer in here than out there, though.
Yes, it's on. Get the two jackets on. Freezing our ass off. It's the coldest place it's chill. All right, boys, get out of here. How long is your drive home? Yo.
Hope those two guys take a seat so we can watch the game. Someone asked those two guys to sit down.
I got some, looks like Raisinets or...
They won't sit down.
Guys already out there. You know, what is that? Yeah, Bonnie? I'll bring him in. I want to see it's cool. It's like you don't represent the country, and you show
Fordham has out of the shot. Huh? Fordham hat is out of the shot. Yeah. Who's in the shot? No one. No one? Alright.
Is this on YouTube?
Yes. You can find us at
Can you tell me what's the best statistic for the season?
the ones that I have. I said a bunch on the broadcast. The ones I got from the ACHA website. 923 save percentage, 9 What's on the ACHA website? Sounds right?
Huh?
That sound right?
Yeah, well, yeah. He gets paper every year. This Farmingdale team is always good. Farmingdale is always good. They look like a full-line team, right?
Sure. A lot of Long Island kids. Sure. Welcome back here to Iceworks in Syosset. You're listening to the ACHA Farmingdale Rams here on LI Sports Network. Farmingdale coming into the second with a 2-0 lead. Ferrazzi and Lavoie providing those tallies. 20 seconds of power play time carrying over for Fordham. See if they could take advantage early in the period, but with a clear down ice for Farmingdale, that becomes less and less likely. 3 seconds, 2-1, and Farmingdale are 2 for 2 on the kill tonight. Again, they came in with a 71% penalty kill on the season. There's a quick cover from Gertz. And the power play for Fordham, just 12.82%. And that number on the decline to start. Fordham win the defensive zone draw. Played ahead by Grillo, knocked down and dumped right back in by Daniel Kohler. Lena up the near boards for Castellano. Battling Carmine Patelli. Does bank it through to center ice. Take it away. Castellano rolls in. Wrist shot. Save made. Gertz rebound. And a good defensive stick provided that time by Declan Pierce. Patelli. And Tercy comes out of the net, knocks down Patelli, who does play the puck around, or rather it was Tercy who played it around. Now 2-on-1 from the red line in for the Rams. Castellano, and the shot from Lafada turned away by Gertz. Big save to start this second period for the Fordham goaltender. Keeps Fordham within 2. Now Kohler across with a shot, they score! Daniel Kohler, my apologies, he scored. Set up by Anthony Culp, and it's 2-1. So, quite the sequence there. Messina to Culp to Kohler. And Fordham cut the Farmingdale lead in half. It's 2-1 on Kohler's 7th of the season. Now has 25 points and what is Kohler's 19th game played. Manzi. Dish it across. Farmingdale did such a good job of limiting those type of chances in the first period. Fordham, such a dangerous team, especially that top unit. And they make Farmingdale pay early in the second. Manzi, D to Malandrucolo, or pardon me, that is 68. Mark Dellavecchia, not number 10. Tommy Messina. Nice move, Messina. Across! Shot blocked. Great look in front there for number 10. Luke Lowe. Wadika to the front of the net. Manzi, aggressive from the defensive position. Sharp angle shot, Wadika save, rebound, Gertz. Another chance, save made, Gertz. Back to the front of the net, they jam, they hack, they whack, it's still loose, and it's underneath Gertz. A look at that last sequence for Farmingdale. Great chances in tight for Ferrazzi as he tries to collect his 3rd point of the night. And Gertz getting the better of him that time. Camus keeps it in on the near point. Lena pinches in on the far point. Fordham trying to clear, still cannot. Lena dishes around for Tom Forty. Tom Forty knocked off the puck, and it's sent into neutral ice by Nathan Kishi. Lena behind his goaltender. Quick outlook, and a rink-wide pass connects with Riberich. Ian Riberich lost the puck. Good defensive play made by Rotondo. Or pardon me. Number 5 that was. Steve Concepcion. Concepcion yet to register a point this season, but playing in his 19th game for Fordham. 16:30 left here in the second. Offensive zone draw for Farmingdale. Lafata wins it back clean to Camus. Loads up, fires, blocked. Kept in by Lena. Lena, low wrist shot, blocker save made. Rebound, trickles just wide. Lavoie with a great look to get his 2nd of the night. Fordham win the puck battle. And guide it out of the zone all the way down. Will be an icing against Fordham. Another offensive zone draw coming for Farmingdale.
Gentlemen, if you could either slide somewhere or try to duck down a little bit in the shot, appreciate it.
Face off to the left of Gertz. Won again by Farmingdale in the offensive zone. Manzi, Castellano. Backhands around. And just past the stick of Lafata. Lavoie shoved to the boards. Noah Lavoie. Let's continue to work down low. Establish the forecheck for Farmingdale. Lafata backhands on goal, and Gertz stopped it with his stick and elects to freeze the puck. Four minutes, 12 seconds gone by here in the second. Lone goal of the period belongs to Fordham. Scored by Daniel Kohler. Puck just got by Malandrucolo. Pressured, nearly turned the puck over. Now it is on Fordham stick and neutral ice. Again, that top unit out, and that puck glanced off the netting. And we saw a lot of physicality following the first Farmingdale goal of the game. Ever since, things have certainly died down a bit. Plenty of time, of course, for the rough stuff to ratchet itself back up. I thought we might be in the makings of an 80s night type of game, or perhaps a Florida Panther, Tampa Bay Lightning type of game, based on that first goal in the early goings. Thwarted through neutral ice was Ferrazzi. Right back to Luke Ferrazzi. Little area pass shot, just missed the net. Came off the stick of Donnie Pace. Back in is Culp. Culp drops for the shot taken by Patelli, denied by Tercy. Patelli in behind. Looking over his options. Patelli turns, shoots, blocked. Manzi down on one knee with the big block, and then gets a stick in the lane, creating the easy clear for Malandrucolo. Stretch pass connects. Centers, shot, check from behind. Great look for Wadika, but a great defensive recovery made by Pyotr Kazat. Back the other way, Kazat dishes, rink wide. Pass all the way through. It's a good setup by Culp, and now the puck ends up on goal at Tercy, who makes the save. 14:22 to go here in the second. Fordham certainly getting some good looks here to start in the middle period of the long change. Offensive zone draw. Tommy Messina will take it. It's won defensively by Farmingdale and Jackson Tom 40. Messina going to go back to the line. Riberich, great defensive play from the winger. Tries to plug it up the far boards. Thwarted as he was trying to enter the zone. Tom 40 trying to reestablish the forecheck. Good patience from Seropoulos. And he'll dish across. Luke Lowe on the forecheck. Joined in behind by Rotondo. Controlled by Seropoulos, far point, taken away. Farmingdale trying to roll out of the zone with speed and do. Riberich drags, shoots, deflects up and out of play. Good defensive stick. Believe that was Callum Haslam with the stick in the lane to thwart the Farmingdale chance off the rush. Offensive zone draw here, though, for the Rams of Farmingdale. Castellano drags, shoots, glove save made by Gertz. Rolls around, held in by Grillo at the far point. Lavoie trying to dice his way through, could not. And Jack Langan plays it ahead on goal. Tercy will fire it to the near boards where it's regathered by Lowe. Lowe plays it to Messina. Messina, sharp angle try, denied by Tercy. And PJ Tercy has looked sharp tonight. Face off to the right of Tercy. Eventually settles in for Lavoie. Good pass ahead to Lafata. Lafata with Castellano, shot, glove save made by Gertz, and he'll freeze the puck. Pretty stop and go here, start to the second period. Another offensive zone draw for Farmingdale. Puck in the far corner. Dug free. Sharp angle try from Wadika, turned aside. Wadika back with it. Pitched it around, out, and across for Ferrazzi. That wouldn't go. Wadika back to it. Pace helping out on the forecheck as well. Donnie Pace doing the dirty work down low. Eventually lost the edge and fired off the Farmingdale bench for yet another stoppage. Farmingdale's last win came against Penn State Harrisburg, 5-4 the final in that one. Was yet another 2-goal night for Luke Ferrazzi. Luke Pavone got the win, making 26 out of 30 saves. Centering feed between the legs, wouldn't go. Nifty little play set up there for Daniel Kohler. He's trying to get his second of the night. Bank down ice, sputtering puck. Gertz comes out to play it away as Farmingdale would have won the race. Riberich stabbing at it. Fired by Delavecchia on goal to Gertz, who makes the stop and will cover. And Tercy this season, 6-4 record in search of win number 7. .898 save percentage for the Farmingdale netminder. His last win coming on January 30th against Delaware. Stopped 26 of 28 in that contest. And all these stats, of course, according to the ACHA website. If any of them are incorrect, don't shoot the messenger. Officials discussing something in the corner away from the play. All three of them gathered, or rather the two of them and the linesman. And now they'll talk things over with the Fordham captain, Carmine Patelli. Farmingdale already seemingly in their face-off position for this offensive zone drop. Tom Forty will take the draw. Insana and Riberich the line up front for Farmingdale. Diving effort to get the puck out, and an odd man rush as a result. Patelli threw it across. Great stick from Tercey. Back to the middle of the ice, and Tom Forty guiding it away from the pressure provided by Culp. Culp still on the forecheck, trying to wreak some havoc in the O-zone. Creates the turnover. Good stick from Kohler. Kohler playing it across. Backhanded to the line and swept into neutral ice by Riberich. Back comes Patelli. Patelli on the backhand toward the front of the net, off the side of the net. On back to the point. Wrist shot, blocker save made, Tercey. Takeaway by Grillo in behind to the line, not out. A good keep in that time by Soropoulos. Now a long shot from the opposite point by Pierce, blocked in front. Pierce again on the far point. Down and around for Kohler. Kohler trying to keep it moving, does to Patelli. Once again, on the far point, Declan Pierce looking for a lane, doesn't have one. Good defense from Farmingdale on that sequence against the Fordham top unit. Didn't have maybe the matchup they wanted. Trying to catch Farmingdale in the change are Fordham, and it went through the stick of Culp because it did no icing on Fordham. Lena in behind. Castellano. Rink wide, connecting with Lavoie. A little tough to handle. Lavoie follows it up. Lavoie to the net, stabbed away. Another good defensive play by Soropoulos, and backhanded into neutral ice by Kazat. Camus spinning out of trouble. That pass in the direction of Lavoie. Is it called an icing? How? Lavoie clearly going to win the race that time. We're not playing in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, boys. This is ACHA. That's not an icing. So to make up for it, kind of, they're going to drop it at center. One back. Elena. This is on goal to Gertz. So no chance for an accidental icing here. And Gertz will cover up. Face off to the left of Gertz. One back cleanly by Farmingdale. Lena shot blocked and punched out of the zone by Fordham. Messina surviving the big hit, playing it down low. Farmingdale quickly skated free. Lavoie speed through neutral ice, and getting knocked to the ice into the zone was Castellano. Tough break for Farmingdale. Face off outside the Fordham zone. Back come the Rams. Shot it, what a save, rebound wide. Wadika with a huge chance denied by Gertz. And now Manzi shot blocked. Fordham iced the puck. Great opportunity for Farmingdale to take their 2-goal lead back. And some stellar saves made by Daniel Gertz. Defensive zone draw win for Fordham. They'll bank it off the glass to center ice. Manzi catches back up with it. Aggressive forecheck again here from Fordham, creating a turnover. Low playing it out in front. Couldn't find Messina. Now Wadika for the breakout for Farmingdale. Off the stick of Farazi and onto the stick of Haslam, who drops it back for Kazat. Kazat's pass intercepted by Manzi. Now Manzi rolls in. Manzi, a wrister from the far circle. Glove save made, no rebound given up by Gertz. Face off to the right of the Fordham goaltender, Daniel Gertz. Won by Fordham. Good job by Farmingdale to take it back. Threw one toward the front of the net, was wide. Tom Forty plugging away with Jake Pauls. That shot skitters through the crease and is fired out of the zone. And that will be an icing on Fordham. So the stop-and-go nature of the second period continues to be the case as you're tuned in to LI Sports Network's coverage of Farmingdale State College Rams hockey. This is the ACHA M3 club. Got the ACHA M2 club in action today in celebration of Garen Hagen Day. Fantastic day for the community of Long Beach, celebrating the life of Garrett Hagen. A tragic loss that they've managed to make a fantastic event. I believe it's the 4th annual Garrett Hagen Day. A great day for the Long Beach community, for Farmingdale, and NYPD, FDNY, and various other Long Beach related clubs have taken the ice. The kids involved, you don't know about it, you do now. Definitely worth a check out. Drag shoots over the net from Lena. Lena will pick it up on the far side, backhand it down the far boards. Tom Forty aggressive on the forecheck. Tom Forty took the puck away, threw it. Cleared out by Fordham. Off a Fordham stick, and another icing, and they're desperately trying to get a change. Lucas Scarietta had one leg over the bench, one leg on the bench. He is on the bench now. I wonder if they're going to have him come back out. Anthony Culp remains on the bench. Scarietta, who's trying to fade into the background of the Fordham bench. Looks like he just snuck his way off in time. Kohler will still have to step back on. Again, Fordham trying to take their sweet time, catch whatever breath they had for a long shift of that group. Face off to the left of Gertz, won defensively by Fordham. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You already know it's another icing. Imagine if we had like an icing sponsor. Every icing is brought to you by, I don't know, Ralph's Italian Ices. I don't know, something. Might have to reach out to Ralph's. And looks like they discovered Kohler should have been off. They're doing something. Something's going on here, and the Farmingdale bench like it, and the Fordham bench doesn't. very reluctant Nathan Keachy is going to the box for Fordham. Power play Farmingdale. I believe it's due to the bench antics as a result of who is on, who is off the ice for these power plays. Or pardon me, for these icings. Power play, that does start here for Farmingdale. Lavoie. Crunch to the boards. The Farmingdale power play this year clicking at a 28% clip. They're up against a 71% penalty kill for Fordham. Lavoie, good stick from Patelli, and it's fired by Langen into the Farmingdale zone. That's where it's picked up and skated ahead by Luke Lafata. Lafata, nice little move. Lafata slows up, harassed from behind by Patelli, able to wheel it around. Lavoie settles it near boards. Lavoie, nice move. And now Farmingdale could set up the power play. Lavoie, near boards. Up top, Lena. Lena scans, sends it over for a shot from the far circle from Ferrazzi that deflects up and out of play. Bit of humor on the Fordham bench. Can we change now? Those are the rules there. Them be the rules, Fordham. You cannot change on various stoppages. They include icing. They include hand passes. They include many things, especially icings. Minute gone by on the Farmingdale power play. Wadika. Manzi. One-time blast. Not getting all of that shot was Donnie Pace. Castellano to Wadika, up the far boards. Tyler Wadika has space. Wadika trying to move in on Patelli. Sends it around. Castellano for Pace, for Wadika. Wadika does take the shot. Left pad save made by Gertz. Rebound up for grabs. Fighting off the checks. Castellano takes it back. Castellano. Wheeling for Manzi. Manzi, what a pass, just wide. And stopping play, the net, I believe, off its moorings. What a setup for Farmingdale. Nearly had a tic-toe beauty. Already one power play goal on the night. They're 1 for 1. Or technically, though, they're 1 for 2. Not sure how that works, actually. It was a 4-on-3. That became a 5-on-4. They scored on the 5-on-4. You know what? 1 for 1. Yeah, 1 for 1 sounds better. But just 10 seconds left on this one. That nearly was the PPG they were looking for to go back up 2. Instead, it's cleared down ice. 2 seconds and 1. And that does it for the Farmingdale Ram power play. 1 for 2 now on the night is what I'm going to call it. Soropoulos sends across. Here's a chance for Rotondo. Knocked off the puck, backhanded through. Potential odd man rush here for Farmingdale. Riberich in, Riberich, backhand shot, denied by Gertz. Rebound, still loose, and Fordham clear it out. Not out of the zone, though. Right back on. Riberich, backhand shot, or pass. Either way, it was turned away by Gertz. In behind for Pierce. Declan Pierce playing it up the far boards. Fordham skating it out by way of Nathan Keachy. Fordham settle it back into neutral ice. Luke Lowe. Over the red, over the blue. Lowe's pass intercepted by Lavoie. Grillo, stretch pass connecting with Castellano. 2-on-1, no, it's 2-on-2, now 3-on-3. Castellano trying to get a shot to the front of the net. He was checked well. Lavoie, great poke check, keeps it alive for Farmingdale. Castellano wheeling to Lavoie. Lavoie doesn't like what he sees. Wraparound try through the crease. And stopping play is once again the net being dislodged. Great setup made here by Noah Lavoie. I don't know how that puck got all the way through, but it did. There's a ram back door. There's a goal to be had. Noah Lavoie scoring his I believe, 18th of the season earlier on the power play. Dished ahead and into the zone. Kishi shot turned away, and Kishi down on the ice. Kishi tossing his helmet onto the bench as he goes off the ice. Officials talking something over. There's a Ram in the box, a Farmingdale Ram. I believe it's Noah Lavoie for the hit on Kishi. Donnie Pace, pardon me, that's not Lavoie in the box. I didn't see the 7, it's Camus. Camus in the box for Farmingdale. Power play, Fordham. And an opportunity to tie the game. 0 for 2 tonight on the power play. Fordham now a giveaway to 2-on-1 short-handed. Pace backhands across, shot wide. Ferrazzi with the look. Manzi keeps it in. Great short-handed chance for Farmingdale, seconds into the third Fordham power play of the night. Again, Fordham just 12% on the man advantage this year. Great seam pass through, save made, Tercey, rebound, ripped down ice by the Rams of Farmingdale. Rotondo, great step up at the line. Good defense provided by the Rams captain, Donnie Pace. Dished across and carried into the zone by Rotondo. Or pardon me, Rotondo had it there. It was Haslam who carried into the zone. On back, chance there for Culp, save, rebound. Oh, pouncing save, Tercey. Have mercy, Tercey, what a save. On back for Culp. Oh, we're going to get another look at that one. Rams not out of trouble yet. Matter of fact, they've taken another penalty. To the bench goes Gertz covering the puck. Tercey. And it'll be a 5-on-3 coming up for Fordham. But in the meanwhile, PJ Tercey with a magical save as he's got to reset quickly, battle all this traffic in front. Here's the reset, back up. Oh my, PJ Tercey pouncing like a cat. So 34 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey favoring Fordham as they try to tie this game up at 2. They have a great chance to do it late here in the second. Throw some time back on the game clock here to match. 2:35 left in the second. Again, you're listening to Rams Hockey on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Wally Mitchell on the camera. Right through the crease area, quick passing. Patelli denied by the blocker of Tercey. Patelli back with it. Sharp angle shot off the side of the cage. Culp. Across, shot, denied by Tercey! To the blue line, kept in the zone. Culp down low, Patelli denied by P.J. Tercey. Have yourself a period, have yourself a game, P.J. Tercey. 8 seconds left on the 5-on-3. 2:11 left in the second. Another offensive zone win. That's so big for Fordham. The shot comes. It redirected over the net. Off the glass. Out of the zone. Foot race after it. Wadika win it. Wadika. Sharp angle shot. Hit the post. Wadika. Great stick lift. Got the puck back. And we're back to 5. Just a 5-on-4 here to kill off for Farmingdale. Has a little over a minute left. A juggling save made by Tercey. Rebound denied by Tercey, and he covers. And a little bit of funny business after the whistle. Well, star of the period thus far is Farmingdale netminder PJ Tercey. Again, he came into the contest in search of his 7th win of the year and an .898 save percentage. He has been fantastic tonight. The penalty, by the way, the second one that created the 5-on-3, didn't mention, was against Malandrukalo. Rams have not had a successful go at winning defensive zone draws while being shorthanded this period. However, they're 4 for 4 on the kill, trying to make it 5 for 5 in another 45 seconds. And the continued stop-and-go nature of this second period remains the case. $1:22 left, face-off at center ice. Tom Fordy will spear it forward. Splits the D. Declan Pierce dishes it ahead, and now Luke Lowe carries in for Fordham. Lowe trying to put it into open space. Messina settles it. Goes all the way across. Shot from Kazat. Down on the ice is Tercey. I was focused on the puck, and shot from Kazat. The faceoff will come out of the zone. Or will it? It will not. .26 seconds left on the 5th Fordham power play of the night. Final minute, second period. Not an ideal period for Farmingdale. They allow a goal and have spent a long stretch of it shorthanded and hemmed into their defensive zone, bailed out by their goaltender, PJ Tercey. Reberich devouring that puck on the boards. Eventually works itself free to Kazat. Ladled across for Lowe. Back to Kazat. High flip, cross corner. Lena catching up with it. The power play for Fordham has ended. 5 for 5 on the kill tonight are the Rams of Farmingdale. Lafata skates in. Lafata slows up. There's the finesse his way into the zone. Instead, it comes right back out. Messina through the legs of the defenseman. Glove save made by Tercey. One second left to go here in the second period. See if Fordham, your only option, a shot off the face-off. And they've got a right-hand shot taking it, so not sure of the strategy there other than to just let that second tick off. Regroup for the third. Fordham tear into the Farmingdale lead. It's now 2-1 at the end of 2. Farmingdale surviving all those times shorthanded. Definitely caused a lack of flow in the second period and unable to really get their lines truly synchronized and in the flow of the game when you have so many usual forwards used to a lot of ice time, not getting that ice time because your team is shorthanded. All that being said, second period highlights set to begin, followed by a brief break of around 10 minutes. Let's get into it. And early second period, Farmingdale had this great chance. 2-on-1. An excellent blocker save on LaFata made by Gertz. Gertz wasn't tested very often in that second period. Here's the goal for Fordham. Again, Culp the setup to Daniel Kohler, who buries it. And early on, Fordham pulled to within one. Farmingdale did have some other opportunities shortly after, and Gertz had to be strong, especially in the early goings, to keep Fordham within striking range. And then on this power play chance, great setup. Just got to redirect that one as close to that far post as possible. It just missed the mark. Fordham once again survive. And they'll survive this look as well in tight from Lavoie. And plenty of P.J. Tercey saves later. None better than this one, while shorthanded, to keep Farmingdale ahead by one into the second intermission. P.J. Tercey, never say die. Rams heading into the second intermission will be ahead by one. Third period on its way in about 10 minutes, right here and only on LI Sports Network.
Sorry?
Is it on Long Island
Yes.
Network?
Yes.
No, my daughter's going home, so she's on it.
All right, no, all good. Yep, LI Sports Network.
Welcome back. Third period on its way. Fordham and Farmingdale. Farmingdale a 2-1 lead going into the third. Battle between first and second place teams in the Empire Division. Fordham 14-4. Farmingdale 14-8. It's been a battle to this point. Farmingdale struggling with penalties, but 5 for 5 on the kill, helping secure the 1-goal lead heading into this third period. And the goal scorers of the game: Noah Lavoie on the power play, the second goal of the night for Farmingdale, and the first goal of the game provided unassisted by Luke Ferrazzi. In the second, Fordham got on the board. Daniel Kohler scoring from Anthony Culp, and getting a secondary assist was Carmine Patelli. Patelli now 42 points on the season. Lavoie, for what it's worth, based on the statistics I have, has 27 points. Ferrazzi with 2 points tonight is up to 24 on the campaign. Tercy was fantastic in that second period. What does he have for a follow-up performance here in the third, as we're set for puck drop? Period number 3. Farmingdale, Fordham underway. Farmingdale win the opening draw, go D to D, and senior Manzi dumps in. Again, it is senior night for the Rams, celebrating their seniors Nick D'Alessandro, Mike D'Alessandro, Ian Riberich, and Kevin Manzi. D'Alessandro is not on the ice tonight. High flip into the zone, handled by Culp. Culp, a backhand shot, goes around the boards all the way out. Ushered along by Declan Pierce and fired right back in by Fordham. Patelli first on it, try to steer one in front off a Farmingdale stick. Good defensive stick from Manzi. Shot from the point goes wide. Manzi will pick it up near corner. Manzi going to work on Kohler. Patelli joining the fight for the loose puck. Lafata able to play it ahead. 2-on-2, 2-on-3 out of the zone. Lafata hits the red line and dumps in. Gertz been solid in his own right. Takeaway in behind. Flipped on by Wadika, turned away by Gertz. Back up for Wadika. Gets by him, onto the stick of Grillo. Grillo, good play defensively at the blue line by Kohler. Got it out of the zone for Fordham. Lena. Back on the puck for Farmingdale. Grillo. Ahead for Donnie Pace. Off his stick, onto the stick of Culp. Tries to play it ahead for Fordham. Farmingdale right back to the loose puck in neutral ice. Speared up the near side. And Fordham able to come in. Cena played it to the far boards, where the battle ensues. On back to the point. Shot. Went wide off the stick of Kazat. Farmingdale looked to break out, and will. Wadika, right wing side. Going to usher it ahead to Donnie Pace. Was rejected and now fired into the zone, and going for a defensive change is Jaden Grillo. Della Vecchia trying to hold down the near point. Does. Ferrazzi trying to play it down low. Pass intercepted by Kazat, who will bank to center. Only as far as Della Vecchia. It's a right back in for Wadika. Rolls in the slot shot over there. Bounces back out in front. Right off across, and no stick could tap it in for Farmingdale. On the play across from Ferrazzi. Luke Ferrazzi. Right back here for Pace. Pace rolling in. Pace trying to play that one across. It got rejected. Good defensive play made by Haslam, who rolls in the zone. Haslam, backhand pass, shot blocked. Huge block by Della Vecchia on Tommy Messina. Fordham still threatening. Kazat past the stick of Messina. In behind, it's settled in by Kishi. Farmingdale looked to clear, and will. A nice little gentle backhand flip to avoid icing. Kazat resettles in. And a beautiful juxtaposition to that second period where we have, I don't believe, had a whistle in this third period. Nearly 4 minutes gone by. Lena rejected on the zone entry. Another good play by Kishi. Gets the forecheck started for Fordham in the offensive zone. Farmingdale, good breakout. Tom Forty connecting with Insana. Insana onside play. Trying to will it in deep into the Fordham zone. They can't clear Camas rather, as that shot on goal. Whistle will finally stop play. Our first whistle of the third. Nearly 4 minutes in. And a discussion in front of Fordham netminder number 1, Daniel Gertz. Face off to the left of Gertz. Offensive zone draw for Farmingdale. Puck kicks to the near boards. Backhanded around by Lavoie. First on it for Fordham and spearing it around. Defenseman number 5, Concepcion. Malandrucolo. Flip in the direction of Ferrazzi. Like he got or rather Castellano, and he got a glove on it, so hand pass ruled against Farmingdale. They had just made a change, so no harm of not being able to change, but the offensive zone draw coming here for Fordham. And they send their top unit right back out. Giveaway, Patelli shot, and they score! Took a weird carom off the initial Patelli shot, and Fordham have tied the game at 2 early in the third. Leading the handshake line is Kohler, would be his second tonight. Again, looks like this clearing attempt goes right off the backside of Kohler. Farmingdale can't clear. Patelli, the shot, it goes off the bar, and then right out of midair, Kohler. Beautiful goal. Again, his second tonight. Ties the game at 2. And his 8th of the season. Patelli picks up his second assist. 24 on the year and 43 points for Carmine Patelli. And a brand new game here early in the third. Fordham trying to keep the momentum that they just kick-started with that goal. Farmingdale, nice breakout. Grillo, shot, goes off the ankle and down to the ice. Declan Pierce in some discomfort. As anyone who played hockey would know, shots off the ankle are painful. Patelli giving a bump to Manzi. Shot from a tough angle, save made by Tercy. The rebound kicked in behind, didn't know he didn't have it. Now right back out in front, and a great defensive stick by Manzi. A ram is down behind the play. Slow to get up, Jaden Grillo. He'll shake it off, appears to be okay. Fordham nearly took their first lead of the night. And another offensive zone draw here for the Fordham Rams. Tommy Messina will take it. Flanked by Rotondo and Luke Lowe. On defense, Langan paired up with Haslam. Haslam's shot blocked by Jake Paul. Up the far side, Rams can initially clear, and skating it out to center, Tom Forty. Ribberich trying to get a play on it. It's not out of the zone yet. Tom Forty pinching down the near boards. That's fired down ice and will be an icing on Fordham. And so the whistles coming back like they never went out of style. But Fordham pulled to within even. Well, it's been a Pretty evenly fought matchup to this point. A wheel out of the zone, and great defensive play made by number 44 there for Fordham, Jack Langan. But a penalty coming up against Fordham. Bobby Rotondo to the box. 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points on the year for Rotondo. But a key penalty puts the Rams back on the power play. They're 1 for 2 tonight. LaFada will take the draw. Tries to win it forward. Try to gain possession, pinching in at the point. Nice play by Elena. Rams still unable to settle the puck down, and Fordham lift it down ice. Aggressive shorthanded forecheck from Pierce. Elena poised, carries the puck ahead. Rink wide for Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi to himself along the near boards. Now gets knocked down to the ice by Patelli. Loose puck gathered and fired down ice by Fordham. Elena to Lavoie. Noah Lavoie trying to go into the zone. Got knocked down. So Farmingdale must reset. Elena for Ian Riberich. Went by him and floated right back into the Farmingdale end by Seropoulos. Lavoie chips in. We'll try to hunt it down. Play by Seropoulos. Noah Lavoie around the net. Ferrazzi, shot, save, rebound, big rebound. Farmingdale unable to take advantage. Lena, quick passing. Ferrazzi settles, shoots, blocker save made. Gertz, rebound, punched out of harm's way by Fordham all the way out of the zone. Tercey quickly out to play it ahead for the Rams. Nice play by Riberich, took it away. Riberich a drive, save made. Rebound for Rozzi, another save Gertz. Rebound back out in front. It wouldn't go, another chance, stay still or loose, and it doesn't go in. Daniel Gertz, as good as it gets. Shuts the Farmingdale power play down as they threaten to punch one in. Excellent puck movement. Grade A after grade A. Looking like my report card, not to brag. Daniel Gertz, he gets an A+ for his goaltending effort. But a power play, or rather another penalty taken by Fordham. It'll be a 5-on-3 advantage for Farmingdale as a result of that sequence. And off to the box is Haslam. Huge opportunity for the Rams of Farmingdale. Wadika, 5-on-3. Wadika, shot through a screen, save made Gertz. Wadika again. Across, far circle, just missed. Insana to Wadika, 5-on-4 advantage now for Farmingdale. Another shot through a screen. Not sure it ever got through to Gertz. Cleared down ice by Fordham. So the regular 5-on-4 now. Farmingdale 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. They have a 5-on-4 advantage for the next minute and 20. I'll fix the clock as soon as I get a chance. Manzi. Wadika. Across. Pace. Wadika. Shoots over the net. Manzi picks it up near side. Drops for Wadika. Backhands down low. Castellano. Good puck movement here for Farmingdale. Around the horn. Wadika. A lot of it, though, to the outside. Down low. Castellano. Wheeling around. Still Castellano. Drops for Manzi. Manzi, wrister. Save made by Gertz. To the point. Down the far boards. Angle it all the way across for Wadika. Puck redirected ever so slightly out of his wheelhouse. Fanned on the shot. Cleared by Fordham. 20 seconds left on the follow-up power play here for Farmingdale. Shot again denied by Gertz. 8 seconds left on the power play. LaFada, great defensive stick. And play made by Bryce Vitale. Farmingdale still trying to roll it right back in the zone. The power plays have expired, and we get a stoppage in play. Great chances to retake the lead for the Farmingdale State Rams. And unable to do so, the magnificent goaltending of Daniel Gertz. Here's this save once more on the prior power play that led to the brief 5-on-3. We're quickly back to action. 1 for 4 tonight on the power play are the Rams of Farmingdale. Flipped into the zone by Kishi. Fordham trying to generate the forecheck. Trying to take any momentum Farmingdale might have gained by those good looks away. Lavoie speeds through neutral ice. Wrist shot fought off by Gertz. LaFada hovers over into the area. Now back for Lena. Lena down to Luke LaFada. Larry Lena, or LJ Lena rather. Down low, put out in front. Gertz alert, puts the glove on it and stops play. 9:36 left, third period. Fordham and Farmingdale knotted at 2 apiece. Daniel Kohler, both goals for Fordham tonight. And his most recent tally tied the game. Farmingdale nearly took it right back on a couple of great power play looks. But Gertz the difference. Both goaltenders have been outstanding tonight. Tom Forty to take the draw from Patelli. Tom Forty won it. Shot was blocked. All right, back comes Kohler. Kohler, across, shot wide from Kolp. And this top unit for Fordham so dangerous. Showing why, again tonight, that got by the stick of Kazat. Kazat once more with it. Fordham bench wanted a call there, didn't get one. Jake Paul. Little wrister on goal, rebound, a little casual on the cover. Tom Forty was looking to take advantage. Gertz ultimately freezing the puck. 8:57 left in regulation time. And Farmingdale looking to go back in the win column following a 7-3 loss to Fairfield yesterday. Ferrazzi to take the draw. Castellano, or pardon me, that's Pace right behind him. One in the defensive end by Fordham. Malandrucolo pinching in on the far point to no avail. Fordham get it out. Kohler. Patelli. Around. Patelli to the front of the net. Tercy there to make the save. Face off to the right of PJ Tercy. Patelli to take it for Fordham against Ferrazzi. Won by Patelli. Back for the shot. That goes wide off the stick of Seropoulos. Ferrazzi trying to race ahead. Diving effort. Pass intercepted. Broken stick here for the Farmingdale captain, Donnie Pace. Offsides are Fordham, and they will not be able to take advantage of the stick malfunction for Pace. And a game that's had playoff-like feeling to it, as both of these teams gearing up for the Empire playoffs soon to come. Castellano will backhand this one around. Lavoie trying to hunt down the loose puck. Got by Malandrucolo and out of the zone. Grillo racing back to it. Jaden Grillo monitored by Kohler. Skates away from Kohler. Off the boards, trying to go back to himself. Culp there. Anthony Culp Malandrucolo for Farmingdale. Off the stick of Castellano into the zone. Castellano down the near boards. 7:38 to play here in the third. Lavoie lost the handle. Fordham trying to break out and can, and potentially have numbers. Kohler. Sauced across. What a save, Tercey! Are you serious? PJ Tercey. Incredible. And a shot block from the point as Fordham still have in the offensive zone, threatening to take their first lead of the night. Down the boards, Lena. Ed Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi to himself, trying to organize the Farmingdale breakout. It's ultimately just fired ahead into neutral ice. Farmingdale in the midst of a change. Fordham sent it right back in. Lena able to get around Rotondo. And ahead for Castellano to the line, not out. Good keeping that time from Haslam. Lena gets the puck away in behind, rifled across the zone behind its intended target, Castellano. Farmingdale struggling to get out of the zone right now. Lena off the glass. Does it have enough touch to avoid icing? It does not. The 5 who are on the ice for Farmingdale must remain. And that includes a tired defensive pairing of LJ Lena and Michael Malandrucolo. Face off to the left of Tercey. One defensively by Ian Riberich, senior assistant captain. Fordham, though, still threatening. Centers. Couldn't find a friendly stick in front, and a good play by Ferrazzi. He'll go for a change. As Farmingdale gained the zone, Wadika to himself around the near boards, in behind. Gertz tried to play it out in front, rejected. And Fordham break out. Skating with it into neutral ice was Bryce Vitale. Instead, it went off the ceiling. Farmingdale will be able to make a change on this stoppage. Haven't seen much from Michael DeSaro. He's out on the ice there on the back end for the Rams. Ferrazzi, Wadika pace line up front for Farmingdale. Senior Kevin Manzi steps to it. Taken away by Patelli. Patelli, shot denied. Great save again made by PJ Tercey. Pace on the loose puck. Springing ahead for Rozzi. Went off his stick and right back onto the stick of Declan Pierce as Fordham break out. Culp drops for Patelli. Patelli out in front. Hit his intended target. Declan Pierce, it was turned away. And now Ferrazzi the other way. Shot turned away. Great save made by Gertz. Meanwhile, Anthony Culp stood up by Manzi. Haslam gains the zone for Fordham. Daniel Kohler lost it to Grillo. Punched up the far boards, not out. Long shot gloved by Tercey, who covers. Getting down to potential game-winning goal time for the next goal scored. 4:28 left, regulation time. And Farmingdale jumped out to the early 2-0 lead in this game. Established in the first period, have not scored since. And Fordham have chipped away at that lead to come back to tie it here in the third. Great clear from in front of the net. Springs ahead, pace. That shot over the net. Pardon, that's Castellano. Lena, or rather Grillo. Off the boards to no one. Carried back in by Messina. On back, fanning on the shot was Kazat. Gathered back in and dumped in by Haslam. Fordham aggressive on the forecheck yet again. They have had the much better of play in the last 5 minutes or so of this third period. Grillo aggressive on the forecheck. Messina took it away. Backhanded around. Della Vecchia absorbs a hit into the boards. Farmingdale can't clear. That shot just wide. Castellano. Farmingdale clean breakout this time around. Lavoie inside, outside. No, Lavoie down to the ice. No call. Fordham back out the other way. Haslam down the far boards. Backhands it all the way through. Held in at the near point by Piotr Kazat, who has it here. Slap shot blocked by Lafata, and that shot got through to Tercey. Save. Rebound loose. Diving back. PJ Tercey. Oh, have mercy. PJ Tercey has done it again. The ability to stay with it. Tommy Messina. Better luck next time. I mean, both goaltenders have shined here tonight. Patelli trying to generate some offense, down and out. They score. Fordham take their first lead of the night with 2:45 to go in the third. And once again, it's their top unit getting it done. Patelli the goal, his 20th of the year. Another point for Anthony Culp. And no, it should be Kohler's goal now. Either way, Farmingdale, who have led all the way through this game, find themselves trailing for the first time with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in regulation. Ferrazzi unable to get around the defenseman for Fordham, Declan Pierce. Patelli rolling right back in. Fires one that deflected. It looked like off the ceiling. Farmingdale coaches want a stoppage. There is none. We play on. Matter of fact, I believe all the players on the ice at one point expected there to be a stop and play, and none happened. Drip down to 2:06 left. Get the official goal scorer here from our live stats provided by Liam Kane. And they credit the goal to Daniel Kohler, so a hat trick for Kohler. Culp and Patelli with the assists. I believe we have a timeout. Farmingdale. Gives their players a rest. Tries to retake the momentum they have lost here in this third period. Fordham having the better of the play and finally breaking through on PJ Tercey on a bit of a broken play. Here's the goal once more, the hat-trick goal for Daniel Kohler. Starts behind the net. Open man, Anthony Culp. And he thinks that's the goal. Kohler making sure it's a goal by backhanding it into the awning cage. Got to take this time to once again thank the senior support staff here for our Farmingdale M3 and M2 games. Senior intern Sean Savage, Liam Kane, Vincent Coppola, working this M3 game. We appreciate here at LI Sports Network and of course the team, all the hard work you guys do. behind the scenes to really make a lot of this possible. Thanks again. Farmingdale out of the timeout, trying to hit the reset button, trying to get this game back to even. Game it looked like they were in full control of at the end of that first period, ahead by 2. Patelli for Kohler. Hat trick for Kohler. 9 goals on the year. Ferrazzi trying to punch it in the zone for Farmingdale. They've had a bunch of cardiac comebacks in them this season. Do they have another tonight? Otherwise, Fordham will take control of first place. Grillo backhands around. Pace first on it, centers one all the way through. Tercey went to the bench. That puck deflected, no icing. And on his horse is Anthony Culp. He'll get to the puck first, try to eat it on the boards. It's dug free. And Farmingdale will make their way back out. They have the empty net. And they gain the zone. Wadika in the far corner. Pace going to work, trying to retrieve the puck. It's lifted to center by Fordham. Manzi. A little backhand pass to Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi. Grillo. Low shot deflects. They score! Tie game! The empty net succeeds again for Farmingdale. They don't know how to not score with an empty net and come back in these games. The Cardiac Rams. Shot from Grillo from the point. Went off a stick in front. Not sure if it was a Fordham stick. Not sure if it was a Farmingdale stick. But Jaden Grillo, the hero tonight, his first of the year. What a way to score your first. And we have a timeout, I believe, taken by Fordham. Wow. Well, I know it's late. As a matter of fact, it's past midnight. Well, I hope you stayed up for this one because you were treated to quite the game. Brandon Paul, I couldn't agree more. ACHA hockey. Who needs the NHL, especially as a Rangers fan? And back and forth we go here in this third period. Farmingdale tying it at 3. Only about a minute and a half after Fordham took their first lead of the night. A hat-trick goal scored by Daniel Kohler. And so now out of the Fordham timeout. No more empty net. We're 5 aside. Off the face-off, darting ahead with it. Shot out of a cannon was Tommy Messina. A lot of energy from this forward unit for Fordham. Hasn't seen too much of the ice. It's been dominated by the Patelli line. Kevin Manzi, no icing as the puck deflects, gets shoved into the far boards. Try to work it out in front. Slap shot turned aside by Tercey. Fordham still threatening. Messina, wrister, blocked. Another chance, they score! Oh no! Saropoulos, the heartbreaker. Fordham will take the lead back with 12.8 seconds to go. Tercey reset, was in perfect position. Just an even better shot by Saropoulos' third of the year. What a clutch goal. And Tercey very upset on his way to the Farmingdale bench. It's an empty net for Farmingdale as they try to salvage this game in its final seconds with nothing short of what would be a miracle here. Into the zone, off the ceiling, 1.3 seconds left. And it's, what a shame for PJ Tercey, who really turned in one of his best performances of the year. Allows that goal late on what really could be chalked up as a defensive breakdown. What a timeout used by Fordham as Farmingdale tie the game up at 3. Settle the boys down, go out and win it in regulation. And that's exactly what Fordham have done tonight. Battling all the way back and now battling after the whistle. You get the sense these teams aren't big fans of one another. They might both be Rams, but only one Ram victorious tonight is the Ram of Fordham. As they celebrate and surround their goaltender, Daniel Gertz, who turned in a performance himself tonight, a great one. Both goaltenders played their tails off. And for Farmingdale, this is a bitter loss on senior night. (4-3) your final. Fordham win it in heartbreaking fashion for Farmingdale as they tied it with under a minute to go in regulation. And then with 12.8 left, the dagger provided by Christian Saropoulos. And thus we'll conclude our coverage tonight. It is now officially Super Bowl Sunday. I have the day off. I hope you all have the day off and enjoy some great food, enjoy some friends, family, and the Super Bowl festivities. Or if you're into some hockey, I'm sure they've got some hockey on somewhere. Just wouldn't be on LI Sports Network, I don't believe. I don't believe we have any games on tomorrow. And with that, on behalf of our camera operator, Wally Mitchell, I am Ryan Brannigan saying so long. Until next time, folks, as always, please have a very good night.
Are we still live?